Hello Dunmela, ni hao. I am back with another model comparison video, and these are between two different DC-8 types, the DC-8-50 and the DC-8-60, or actually dash 51 and 61 of Delta Airlines. Now, interesting thing about the models, though, we'll get into it. So, this is the DC-8-51, Delta Airlines title. This is a retrojet. I do need to note, by the time both these models were released, both planes were retired. So, yeah, these planes were flying side by side back in the 70s and maybe early 80s, but yeah. So the plane we're looking at right now is the DC-8-51 from Delta. Its construction line number, it's registered as November 801 Echo. It's got four Pratt Whitney JT3D-3 engines, and it was built in 1959, which means this plane was originally a Dash 10 with Dash 11 that was converted into a Dash 51 somewhere in like the early to mid 60s, my personal guess being, because the Dash 10, when it first rolled out, it wasn't really efficient. But moving to the next model, it's a limited edition model, and not only that, it is a collaboration model with Skyjet's models. So how they did the paint scheme is a little bit different. Delta logo, blah blah blah. Looking on the inside, the plane is is the Delta DC-8-61. Its construction line number is registered as November 1306 Lima. The plane's powered by four Pratt Whitney JT3D-3B engines, which possibly makes them a little more powerful and efficient, which makes sense. The plane is bigger, and the plane was built in 1969. I forgot to compare the range of this 51. So the range of the Dash 51 is 5,500 miles, while the Dash 61 flies for 4,500 miles. And both fly relatively the same speed, just the 61 is a little slower by about 25 miles per hour. But honestly, at the end of the day, it don't matter. But let's compare the noses of these two. Don't break it, Alex, you idiot. Don't be an idiot. Now, what is interesting is how they chose to do the different noses of these two. Like, it looks so different. For the H51 model, they did it like all white glazing around the cockpit window, and this part of the nose is blue. While on the Dash 61, it is completely blacked out here, and the glazing is silver. But I'm pretty sure it's fairly accurate to like the real life counterparts. However, other than that, there's a lot of very much similarities. The lining for the stripe that goes across the fuselage with the 51 is thicker than the 61. The titles pretty much look the same with the same logo thing. The 51 and the 61 just look different. The tail logos are pretty much the same. Obviously, the overwing stuff, like there's some similarities but some differences, and the spacing between the windows on the Dash 61 does look like there's definitely more spacing. The engines, let's take a look at the engines. How they did the engines on the 51 was like a dusky silver, while this one is like a very chromy silver type color. The wings also are different, with detail on the wings here, no outline on the wings here, and yeah. And when it comes to the cargo door, when it comes to the underbelly, the Dash 51 is completely like white with a little bit of silver. And also interesting to note on this model, it tells you like the date made, 2000 Delta Airlines, the registration and stuff, And for the Dash 61, like all of it is silver, which is actually, both of which is very accurate. And the cargo doors are bigger. So yeah, and there's nothing under the tail except for tail skid. And how they did the nose tips is also different. Nose tip on the Dash 61 is notably thicker than that of the Dash 51. And however, what I can definitely say is both do look good. Now, which plane is better? Now, in terms of performance, both of them are pretty much equal. In terms of passenger capacity, the 61's better. In terms of range, the 51 is better. But at the end of the day, they did fly side by side for a very long time, and the 61 ended up trumping the 51 when it became the Dash 71. So make of it what you will. But yeah, that's all I really can say about these planes. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please leave a like, please subscribe. I'm trying to hit 400 subs. I was gonna make it by Christmas, but now I'm gonna set the goal even higher because it seems like we could do it. If we can hit 400 subs by my birthday, that would just be incredibly great. I'll be incredibly grateful if we can hit it by my birthday, 400 subs. So please get me there. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a nice day. Take care. Goodbye. Tot ziens. Zaijan.